Evening, and welcome to St. Patrick's Day Irish whiskey tasting reviews. Oh my goodness, I've been waiting quite a while for this, well over a week. I'll be reviewing two whiskeys today. I've already had a bit of whiskey after work with some coworkers and a beer after dinner. Unfortunately, not corned beef. The restaurant was out of it. So, yeah, I'm a little bit buzzed already. So the first whiskey I'm going to be reviewing tonight is going to be the mellower whiskey, the Greenore Single Grain 8-year. And this is from the Cooley Distillery, which is the distillery that I believe is doing the most interesting whiskeys out of Ireland nowadays, and also licensing their distillery to other creators to make interesting whiskeys. And this first whiskey, the Greenore 8-year, is actually the only single grain whiskey. Single grain Irish whiskey. And the malt bill is here 93% corn, which makes it higher than most bourbons. Kind of see here, it's not aged as long as regular Irish whiskeys, which 4 years less. Actually, Irish whiskeys are aged about 12 years. So you can see the color is quite light. Sort of a nice corn yellow color, and that's interesting because of course high corn bill, high corn ratio in the mash bill, corn colored, and wouldn't you know it, the primary smell in the nose is corn. Just like the smooth buttery corn. And the other guy who I drink whiskey with often after work, who's a boyfriend of a coworker who absolutely loves Scotch, said, it just kind of reminds me of a bourbon. He's a little bit of a whiskey snob, a lighthearted one. He's not dead serious about it, thank God. I'm not finding it to be very bourbony, in that I think that there's the woodiness is very muted in this, both in the nose and in the flavor. I've drank this before, and I've already finished half the bottle. Oh, by the way, for some reason the bottle was being sold a lot cheaper than I've seen it on the net. I got this at a grocery store of all places for $35, and most of the reviews on the net mention it to be about almost $60 in the price. I have no idea why the price has gone down. I'm quite thankful. I may get another bottle of this. I have enjoyed it very thoroughly. It is just the ultimate sipping whiskey, and I'm going to get to that in a little bit. So, just this buttery, creamy vanilla smell. Corn on the cob, melted with butter, oh my God. And to sip, oh my goodness. Just buttery creaminess. There's some corn there, but the corn's I don't find the corn overpowering. The other guy tasting it said that he found the corn very strong in it. Other than rye, I've never been able to really taste grains too well in the mash bill. It's sweet, but not cloyingly so. It just hits you very quickly and dissipates. After it dissipates, there's this brief hint of fruitiness. It sometimes comes across as like green apples, or in my case, apple bananas. It does kind of taste like apple bananas to me. If you don't know, apple bananas are a type of banana. Oh god, I sounded like a hipster there. I'm fucking doing the whiskey review. I'm a fucking hipster. I'll just embrace that fate. Hmm. Mm. Focus, camera, focus. It's like butter. It's like butter. Right, I have to say, this particular whiskey changed my view of Irish whiskeys. It just goes down so smooth, so rich and creamy. There's not much of a finish to it. The finish is just a slight woodiness that lingers a little bit. Um, but overall, just vanilla, corn, butteriness. That paired with the slight sweetness and the smoothness, I just can't emphasize it enough. You know, if I was a rich man, I'd be sipping this every night after work. So, Greenore 8-year single grain. Not perhaps the most complicated whiskey I've ever had, but definitely one of the most drinkable, sippable, and enjoyable whiskeys. And it doesn't really tax your palate or mind too much, you know. You can just drink this and relax and enjoy. Greenore Single Grain 8-year. Recommended.